Hello, friends, and welcome back to Stories About Entitled People. No one likes to serve drunk customers, especially if they're rude to a person in a wheelchair at the same time. Well, our OP took the opportunity to teach the freak a lesson. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're new here and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video every single day. Here we go. Harassing an elderly woman in a wheelchair? Be prepared for a long transaction. I used to work at a CVS pharmacy in downtown Long Beach. For those who don't know, that's in the midst of LA, but thankfully on the shoreline, so I wasn't surrounded by city. However, the clientele were just low-life LA city trash. Overall, I had amazing coworkers and the occasional nice person to come through and make things tolerable. So one day, it's later in the afternoon, and of course we have a line of people forming as they get off work to do shopping before heading home. I'm the only cashier. I see a few people get in line. I'm going as fast as I can, but sometimes people come too fast in the late afternoon, so I page my backup cashier to come up. Within a minute or so, they're here, and we have 2 people, but still the line grows. So I page the 3rd cashier, my manager, Monica. Real names, whatever. She comes up, and now there's a line of probably 10 people that formed in a good 5-minute period, with people constantly coming in and lining up still. Everybody in line gets it. It's 4 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a rush time for a quick trip. I get this one lovely older woman in a wheelchair. Very nice, but obviously confined to a wheelchair and can only move so fast. She buys her stuff and has to slowly put her 5 items into her bag on the wheelchair, carefully placing each item into the bag to make sure it's secure. She can't move out of my station since she's bound, so I just wait patiently while she does her stuff. Unfortunately, the next guy in line, we'll call him Drunk Butt, isn't as patient. He begins yelling from the line that I need to call the next person. I tell him she's in a wheelchair and I'm not forcing her to move. She looks up at me and just smiles and continues putting her stuff away. Keep in mind, it's been about 30 seconds since we finished. Nothing crazy. DA: You're taking too long. You're too slow. You had to call 2 extra cashiers up just to get people out. What's the holdup? What's wrong? Me: Sir, she's in a wheelchair and putting her stuff away. I'm not going to rush her out. Just please wait patiently for her to finish. So Drunk Butt comes up to my line anyway. The poor lady's still working on putting her bag back around her wheelchair, and this guy stands right up against her wheelchair and plops his items down on the counter. I don't initially grab any of his items until the woman finishes, but he pushes them closer anyway. So I start scanning. And then an idea hits me. Anybody who's been to a store like this, CVS, Safeway, Vons, Rite Aid, Walgreens, knows you pretty much need one of the club cards to receive the sale price. You can probably see where this is going. Me: Do you have a CVS card? DA: No. Me: Okay, well, just so you know, you can't get the sale price without a CVS card. DA: They always scan one of those cards for me. Just do that. No please here? Oh boy, I'm definitely going to oblige now. Me: Sorry, sir, they're very strict that I can't just scan new cards. They actually track if we scan too many new cards in a day. DA: I have a card, I just don't want to get it out. Just scan that one. Me: Again, sir, I can't do that. I can look up your phone number, though. DA: I don't have it tied to my number. Just scan that card. Me: I have to have your card to give you the sales. I'm sorry. They're very strict about our numbers. This is actually true for the most part. So at this point, Drunk Butt's getting visibly upset. He's definitely a little drunk. His face is getting red. He just wants to buy his stuff and go home. Then the unexpected happens. My manager, Monica, speaks up to the side. I had no idea she was paying attention. Monica: Sir, you're holding up my line. I'm going to need you to give him your card or just pay. Oh, to hear your manager catching on to your game and rallying against the awful customers. Drunk Butt ended up paying for his stuff without the sale price, and I never saw him again. As he walked out the door, I looked over to my manager, and she's just grinning from ear to ear at what we just did. Never a dull moment there. But I'm glad I no longer live there, nor work for a company as awful as CVS. And our second story. Husband's relatives are choosing beggars with a gambling problem. This happened 10 years ago. My husband's nephew and his wife have 3 kids and lost their house during the financial crisis. Victims of predator loans, they way overstated their incomes. They have problems, we all do, but the main problem was they were gamblers, going to the casinos nearly every weekend. After they lost their home from foreclosure, the whole family, it's a huge family, came by with pickup trucks, SUVs, boxes, and labor to help them move. A family member even knew someone that was willing to rent a small 2-bedroom house for under market value to help out too. Shortly after the move into their new place, they started asking everyone for money. They asked everyone. Most gave what they could, but the economy was hard on everyone. They wanted money. We had some to give. They clearly only wanted cash, refused to give cash, and fears that they would just gamble it away. Please note, this was all handled over the phone. Said they needed money to pay their power bill. At first I told them to give me the bill and I'll just pay it. Then I realized how stupid that was and stated I didn't want the original bill, told them to just snap me a picture of the payment stub and I'll write a check to the power company. They declined. The next day they wanted money to pay the water bill. This time I told them I didn't need the bill, just give me the account number and I'll write a check and mail it to the utility. They declined. The next day they said they wanted food. We offered to have pizza delivered to their house. They declined. Then they needed groceries. We asked for a shopping list and we'll buy it and deliver it to them. They declined. Lastly, they said they needed laundry done. We agreed and told them to meet us at the laundromat. We picked. Oh, you can hear the damn snideness in their voice, thinking they got us. We meet them in the laundromat and they don't even have their damn laundry. Left it in their car. Whatever. Anyways, the laundromat's not coin operated, but you have to load cash onto a card. We put $30 on that card and gave it to them. They looked so disappointed and mumbled a thank you, and we left. Never been asked for money by them ever again. If anyone's wondering, they're still gambling, still live in the same house, and still work a crazy number of hours at jobs barely over minimum wage. Grandma is practically watching over the kids, now ages 12 to 15. The kids aren't able to join any activities, no money, and nobody to bring them there, and just basically watch TV or on their tablets all day. They work so many hours, they actually earn a good amount, but just end up gambling it all away. It's overall a really sad situation. I would have been half tempted to throw him $50 and follow him to the casino and run into him there. And our last story. Entitled mom tells her friends she owns my house. For a little backstory, I live in a nice house. It's right on the beach and I take good care of it and my garden, so it's not strange to see people admiring my home. I am also a teenager and basically live alone. My dad and mom both work in other states and travel a lot, and my sister lives with her fiancé. I can drive, do laundry, and can go grocery shopping, so this isn't too weird. I don't like driving, so I usually bike everywhere, and I have a pool in the backyard. On to the story. EM entitled Moth, EK entitled Kinder Egg, CF1, CF2, EM Confused Friends, CT Confused Twins. Okay, so I just had a long day at work and had a few groceries with me on my bike. I just want to take a nice hot shower, and I look like death in my fast food uniform. As I pull onto my street, I see a line of people blocking my driveway, like full blocking. I pull onto the sidewalk and start walking my bike toward the group, and I overhear Confused Friend 1 talking about how happy she is for EM and how beautiful her new home is. I'm like, what? No house nearby was sold or is even on the market, so I try to pass to get into my garage. Me, hey, can I get past, please? EM, just go around. Can't you see we're busy? Me, I just need to drop my bike in the garage and then I'll be out of your way. I'm glad you like the house, though. I try to take care of it. Confused Friend 1. I think you might be confused. EM lives here. Me. No, this is my house. I live here. I don't know her. EM, you are obviously trying to break into my house. Get away before I call the police. Me. No, you need to leave. EM, I will not. Get off my property. At this point, I just push past and head towards the garage. That's when I hear the splashing. No one should be in the pool. I drop my bike and run to the back and see 3 kids swimming in my pool. F that, I raise my voice and tell them to get the F out. The confused twins both get out but are obviously confused, but the EK stays in. Entitled kid, my mommy says I can swim. Go away, you bee. Me, no, I'm not responsible for you drowning. Get the hell out of my pool and off my property. EM, don't talk to my angel that way. It's his pool. CF1, EM, what's going on? Who is this girl? EM, she's trying to rob me. Get the F out, kid. Me, I'm panicking at this point. Well, prove it. Prove that you live here, huh? Confused friend 2, EM, why don't we go inside? The kid shouldn't be here for this argument. Me, like hell you're going into my home. EM, yes, we're going inside. Now go away, girl, before I call the police. Me, fine, I dare you to get in. The group climbs the stairs. Obviously, EM didn't think this through. Only 2 keys to this house exist. My key and my sister's. I lock up, grab my bike, grab my groceries, and push past EM. She's making excuses to her friends about why the key doesn't work. Me, excuse me, if you don't mind, I'm going into my home. Confused friend 2, EM, what's going on here? I close the door and lock it as EM is banging on my door, screaming about how she's going to call the cops. I called the cops, not her. She ran off as soon as she saw the cop cars, and the friend stayed behind, very confused. They explained that EM had told them that this was her house, and they were just going to swim in the pool and then head to the beach, so they would never go in the house. I hope she learned her lesson. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.